For billions of years, the moon has been our silent guardian, a luminous pearl in the velvet night. It has inspired poets, guided navigators, and even shaped the very evolution of life on Earth. We often take its presence for granted, a familiar face in the sky, always there. But its influence is far more profound than just lighting up the darkness. The moon is a colossal gravitational anchor, a cosmic dance partner that subtly yet fundamentally dictates the rhythm of our planet. What would happen if this ancient celestial pact was suddenly broken? What if tomorrow morning you looked up and our moon was simply gone? The immediate silence would be terrifying, but the slow, agonizing ripple effects would unravel our world piece by piece, challenging every aspect of life as we know it. Imagine the first morning, no moon. News channels erupt, scientists scramble. Is it an alien abduction? A cosmic anomaly? Panic would quickly set in. But beyond the existential dread, the disappearance would leave a staggering hole in our understanding of the universe. The gravitational pull of the moon is a constant force we barely perceive. It influences not just the tides, but the Earth's very wobble, our seasons, and even the speed of our planet's rotation. Its sudden absence would be like removing a key cog from a giant, finely tuned clock. The silence wouldn't just be visual, it would be a scientific enigma, challenging every astronomical theory we hold dear. Humanity would collectively stare into the void, not just in the night sky, but in our hearts, wondering what cosmic force could possibly erase such a fundamental piece of our reality. The most immediate and dramatic effect would be on the tides. The moon's gravity is the primary driver of ocean tides, pulling the water towards it and creating bulges on opposite sides of Earth. Without the moon, the tides wouldn't disappear entirely, but they would be drastically reduced by about 75%. They would still exist, driven by the sun's weaker gravitational pull, but imagine the chaos. Harbors would become unusable, shipping lanes would dry up, and coastal ecosystems would be obliterated. Shallow waters would recede, exposing vast new stretches of coastline, while previously calm bays would become unpredictable. This isn't just an inconvenience, it's an ecological catastrophe, disrupting feeding grounds, spawning cycles, and the very delicate balance of marine life that relies on the predictable ebb and flow of the lunar tides. One of the moon's most crucial, yet unseen jobs is to stabilize Earth's axial tilt. Our planet is tilted at about 23.5 degrees relative to its orbit, and this tilt is what gives us our seasons. Without the moon's gravitational pull, the Earth's tilt would begin to wobble chaotically over thousands of years, like a spinning top losing momentum. Over time, our axial tilt could vary wildly, from almost no tilt to a severe one. Imagine seasons so extreme that parts of the Earth would swing between scorching heat and freezing cold within a single year. Agricultural systems would collapse, ecosystems would be unable to adapt, and life would become a constant struggle against an increasingly unpredictable and hostile climate. The moon also acts as a gravitational brake on Earth's rotation. Over billions of years, it has slowed our planet down, making our days longer. In the time of the dinosaurs, a day was only about 21 hours long. If the moon vanished, this braking effect would cease. The Earth's rotation would gradually speed up again. While not immediate, over millions of years, our days could become significantly shorter. Imagine a day lasting only 10 or 12 hours. This would impact everything: sleep cycles, weather patterns, and even plant growth, which relies on consistent periods of light and darkness. Our biological clocks, finely tuned over eons to the lunar rhythm, would be thrown into disarray, leading to widespread physiological and psychological stress. Beyond the scientific consequences, the psychological impact of losing the moon would be immense. The night sky, once dominated by its gentle glow, would become a much darker yet more dazzling spectacle. Without the moon's light pollution, distant stars, nebulae, and the Milky Way would shine with breathtaking clarity, a cosmic canvas we've rarely glimpsed. But this beauty would come with a cost. The loss of our familiar lunar beacon would ignite primal fears. Many cultures and religions attribute profound significance to the moon. Its disappearance would leave an emotional void, fueling conspiracy theories, doomsday cults, and a deep sense of cosmic dread. For nocturnal animals, the moon is a lifeline. Many species rely on moonlight for hunting, navigation, and mating. Owls, bats, and countless insects use its soft glow to forage and evade predators. Without it, their world plunges into an unprecedented darkness. Predators would struggle to find prey, and prey would struggle to hide. Light pollution from human cities would become even more disruptive, creating light traps that disorient migratory birds and insects. Entire food chains would collapse, leading to mass extinctions. The delicate balance of life in the darkness, finely tuned to the moon's rhythm, would be shattered, leaving behind a silent, struggling ecosystem. The reduced tidal pull would also have unforeseen consequences for the deep ocean. Deep-sea currents, influenced by tidal forces, would weaken or change direction. This could disrupt the global conveyor belt, the massive system of ocean currents that distributes heat and nutrients around the planet. Furthermore, marine organisms that rely on specific tidal ranges for reproduction or feeding, such as corals and certain fish, would face immense pressure. Over time, the very chemistry of the oceans could shift, impacting everything from plankton to whales. While less direct, the loss of the moon could subtly influence our atmosphere. Changes in ocean currents and tidal patterns would alter the distribution of heat and moisture, which are critical drivers of weather systems. Over long periods, this could lead to shifts in global atmospheric circulation, impacting wind patterns, rainfall, and storm intensity. We might see regions become perpetually dry or perpetually wet. Hurricanes and monsoons could become more erratic and unpredictable, adding another layer of instability to an already chaotic planet. For humanity, the initial panic would eventually give way to a desperate struggle for adaptation. Coastal populations would be forced to relocate inland as sea levels become erratic. Farmers would battle extreme and unpredictable weather. Navigators, once reliant on the moon, would turn to advanced GPS and star charts. The concept of night would transform, becoming a much darker, yet more dazzling spectacle, increasing the need for artificial light and security. Entire industries, from fishing to tourism, would collapse or be forced to reinvent themselves. Beyond the physical, the emotional and psychological impact would be immense. The moon is embedded in our collective consciousness, a symbol of constancy, romance, and mystery. Its absence would create an existential void, a constant reminder of our vulnerability in the cosmos. Rates of depression, anxiety, and mental health crises could skyrocket. Over hundreds of thousands, or even millions of years, life on Earth would certainly find a way. New species would evolve, better adapted to the new tidal regimes, the altered climate, and the darker nights. Perhaps organisms would develop heightened senses or bioluminescence to navigate the endless gloom. But the planet itself would be different. Its rotation would accelerate, its axial tilt would be unpredictable, and its ecosystems would be vastly simplified. The moon also serves as a crucial launch pad and research hub for human space exploration. Without it, our lunar ambitions are immediately curtailed. More dangerously, the moon acts as a gravitational shield, deflecting or capturing some asteroids that might otherwise strike Earth. The hypothetical disappearance of the moon offers a profound lesson. It underscores how intricately connected everything in our solar system is. We are not isolated on our blue marble. We are part of a grand, delicate cosmic ballet. The forces that seem invisible, like gravity, are in fact the architects of our existence. They provide the stability, the rhythm, and the protection that allow life to flourish. This thought experiment isn't just about what we would lose, it's about what we already have. So the next time you look up at the night sky and see the familiar glow of the moon, pause for a moment. Appreciate its silent, unwavering presence. It is more than just a rock in space. It is a fundamental pillar of our world, shaping our oceans, stabilizing our climate, and illuminating our darkest nights. Its disappearance would unravel the very fabric of our planet, leading to an apocalyptic future few could survive. Let its constant light be a reminder of the delicate balance of our universe and how much we depend on the cosmic companions we often take for granted. Cherish the moon, for our very existence depends on it.